I've been walking on ice. Just wanna let everything go and feel alright. When I hear the drums and the heartbeats, sweat drip down our bodies. Oh, I know we're living. When it's done, we're gonna have a good time. 1,000 hands up to the sky. We gon' get toasted tonight. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted a wild one. I toasted a good life. I toasted a lovers. I toasted you and I. I toasted a wild one. To you and I. To you and I feel the party coming on, and I know you'll come along when you hear it.
Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. Happy Thursday. It is an early show for us today, as it is our last show of the week. So thank you for joining us at 9:30 on this particularly beautiful day in Manhattan.
It's the weirdest day. It's monsoon season. On my way here, it was pouring rain.
Torrential.
I had raindrops all over me. And then I arrived, and it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
You had raindrops all over you?
Isn't that crazy?
Raindrop.
Like
Drop,
thick
drop.
raindrops.
So sorry,
do you
then.
know them? Are you familiar?
Yeah, I left the house a little later than you, and it was literally like I was Tom Hanks, Mr. Robinson, whatever that.
Mr. Rogers?
Mr. Rogers, like it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's really just crazy, but it's beautiful for our show, and that's all that matters.
I have to give two warnings to everyone watching and listening today. I got my teeth whitened yesterday, and I've been having like jolts of sensitivity in my teeth. And if you ever had like a sensitive moment in your teeth, you know it's not. I don't even know if it's pain. It's like crippling uncomfort. So if I look weird today, like with my face, it's just my teeth. And then also if I'm particularly nasty today, it's because I weighed myself this morning, and the results were just not at all what I expected.
Really?
I was off by about 35 pounds, and I'm very upset, and I have to be in a bathing suit this weekend. So if I'm just coming for everyone, like Demi Lovato singing the national anthem, like it's on me. It's not on Demi.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because I was packing for my trip last night, and I literally felt like such garbage. Like excuse me.
Relate. Like, get away.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding. Like, I'm not. I live with you, and you're fine.
But I'm not. And it's all about how you feel. And how come you're entitled to your feelings and no one else's?
Because my feelings are legitimate.
But my feelings are legitimate
If
to
I
me.
see you in a bathing suit and you see me in a bathing suit,
okay, by the way,
it's just not the same.
You've seen me in a bathing suit, and it's just like not cute no matter what weight I'm at. So like I can't with you.
I can't with you, and I cannot relate to like your first world problems, okay?
I can't relate to your like body positivity for everyone except for me.
No, yes, fine, because you're not allowed. If I looked like you, oh my God, I would do this show naked every day.
Oh my God, that is so kind of you to say, but like, I just want you to know that's not how it feels. And if you were me and you felt like me, you would not.
You want to know why we're not equal? Because you didn't just say that back to me. If I were you, I would do this show naked every day.
But I'm a never nude. I wouldn't do anything naked.
See? We're not equal, you guys. We are not.
We are.
So yes, that's why I'm in a bad mood. Is Demi Lovato being a national anthem a story today?
Sure.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, because I have thoughts, and if it wasn't, I would dive in, but we'll wait.
Honestly, the stories today are really random. There's one that's particularly random, but I chose it for you because I look forward to hearing your thoughts.
Ooh, spooky.
Very, very spooky stuff.
We should jump right in just because I know you have flights to catch, not feelings, but I had dinner with a very prestigious podcast host last night.
The Snatchler?
Yeah, it was amazing to like bog down like 15 minutes with her. She was, in and out with her glass of wine.
She always is in and out. She is scheduled like to the minute.
No, I know. And it was like, I felt really honored that she even like came uptown to have dinner with me, like near my house. And it was just really amazing to like see people doing amazing things. Like I hope one day my show could be as big as hers.
No, I hope so too. And I just hope I could be the Snatchler one day. But I guess I already am, according
You
to
are,
you. And
you
I'm
are.
not allowed to complain about anything ever.
No, you're allowed to complain, but you are the Snatchler. So like just let's not
I
compare.
really appreciate you saying that, but like it's all about, whatever. I don't want to go into it. Anyways, I had my book club last night. The first monthly book club, because we chose the book last month. I know I've been talking about book club for a while, but finally the book club, it was the dinner book club. So every week we choose a new restaurant that people, every month, sorry, we choose a new restaurant that people want to go to and a book. And it was so much fun.
What was the restaurant?
Kaima, which I actually had been to. I thought that I hadn't. It's a Greek restaurant in Flatiron. Food was so good. The company was so good. I don't know who I thought was going to this book club, but it was just 6 people.
Nice and intimate.
Like, and all Colgate people. And we just had like such a fun time. And I just feel like this is the start of something incredible. And if you've been on the fence about like starting a book club with your friends, I just want to say, take the plunge.
Like, I could start a book club, but I just, like, wouldn't want to read. You know, I'd be there for, like, the food and the energy, but not really the literature.
Yeah, and I feel like you could say, okay, we'll do a dinner every, third Wednesday of the month, but, like, you need a little bit more structure than that. Otherwise, it's like, why are we sticking to this?
No, 1,000%. Like, I am supposed to have dinner with my friends, like, once every 2 weeks, and we never go. So maybe I would do, like, a TV club. Like, we'll start a series.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, more attainable for me.
Yeah, and now it's like if we've read, like someone will choose a book, and if everyone's read it, yeah, like I want to get together and discuss it. I did the reading, and it's the best feeling. I wouldn't know the feeling until last night.
Yeah.
When you do the reading and you have the answers to the thought-provoking questions.
What were some of the questions that people were talking about?
They were good questions. So the book was called Conviction by Denise Mira, and it's from the Hello Sunshine list. And one of the questions was, the film rights have been acquired for this book. Who would you see as playing?
Who came up with the questions?
They were online. Like a lot of books on Kindle and stuff have the thought-provoking questions after.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, who would you like to see playing the characters? Which character did you like most? But I thought a lot of them were not very relatable. I would like to see Rebel Wilson in the film. And it was interesting. But everyone had the same thoughts about me as the book. It's like the first half was so great and compelling, and the second half was written by someone else.
I'm so glad you guys were all on the same page
for the book club. It was just really fun, but then I didn't get home till 10 and I had to pack and I was just wiped.
Yeah, overwhelmed. Jack and I are both going to Mexico separately this weekend, which is just such a weird coincidence for a couple girls who like never really go to Mexico.
No, it's such a weird coincidence. I guess it's like a big weekend in Mexico.
I think the weirder part of the whole thing is that the places that we're going in Mexico are both on the West Coast, so we both have to take connecting flights. And on our way home, our connecting flight, like we'll be landing in New York together.
We're on the same second leg.
Half, which is funny.
We did it on purpose. Once I saw that was an option for you, I was like, we have to be on the same flight. Yeah,
but like, quinky dink.
So random.
So random. All right, should we jump in?
Should we? Is it time?
So.
I don't know what time it is because it's like, it feels like daylight savings because we're an hour earlier.
I know. And by the way, there's so much more traffic an hour earlier in the city.
Is there?
So much more. It took me double the time.
Interessant. Well, without further ado, it is time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
Yum. And I'm really excited to take a bite out of my morning toast. But what is toast if you're eating it alone? That's why today's episode is brought to you by OkCupid. Have you ever been on a date where you just had nothing in common with the person? A lot of people don't know this, but OkCupid has really changed the dating game by asking you tons of questions about yourself and what type of person you're looking for. They go past the standard like dating app questions like, what's your favorite color? They go more in depth. Some of our favorite questions that we've seen on there are you a morning person? Do you make New Year's resolutions? Very important, says a lot about a person. Could you date someone that couldn't be bothered to vote? I just think like the more in-depth you get, like they save you time. They're not wasting your time sending you on dates with people you have absolutely nothing in common with. They get more in-depth with the questions, which in turn gets you better results. OkCupid totally works. I have heard from many toasters that they have like full relationships, kids with people they met on OkCupid, which I think is amazing. It's the most mentioned dating app in the New York Times wedding section, which is just a very interesting factoid. Stop the mindless time on dating apps and go to the app where you choose what matters. OkCupid is totally free, so we don't even have to give you a very long code or a website. Just download OkCupid in the App Store today, go on a great date this week, and then tell us about that great person you met. We will definitely come to the wedding. I said this last week. If some toaster downloads OkCupid for my recommendation, meets the love of their life, and gets engaged, I will be at the wedding. I will ordain, perform, officiate, and sing a song.
I think that's a great and very fair deal.
And I think, like, who needs, like, what better motivation to get started on OkCupid than that?
Than to sign on and find love.
Love that for you.
Okay. Also, people are commenting on my sweatshirt. It's
really cool.
Jesus is King. It's really cool. It doesn't look cute on the stream I'm seeing, but I finally got it like months after ordering it because I guess.
Does he do made to order?
He does made to order, and he must get like so many orders, or I don't know. But it took truly months. But you know what? Like, there's no time like the present. I was happy to get it.
Yeah, I don't really mind. Like when I bought an Ariana Grande, like even though I'm not such a huge fan, but I really liked this tie-dye sweatshirt that said God is a woman. It took like literally a year to come. And I just kept checking to make sure it was still in transit. Like I wasn't bothered by the fact that it took so long. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't not coming.
Right. I honestly completely forgot about this until I got a shipment an email saying that it was shipped. And it was just exciting. It was like I shopped for myself. It was like a surprise from me to me.
Right. Kind of like Birchbox. This isn't an ad, but like
no.
Birchbox.
And speaking of ads, my shoes are Rothy's. And I just want to share that with the class because they're the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn.
We did a read for them last week.
And I look forward to traveling in them. Isn't that
they
crazy?
Look so comfortable.
They're so comfortable. And
easy
they're
slip-on, slip-off since I know you don't have TSA pre-check.
No, I don't.
I can't believe you are like such a You're a really very cosmopolitan gal.
I just don't think I travel that much. Like, I travel when I travel, but I'm not a huge traveler.
You're not a huge traveler, but I definitely think you travel more than the average American.
I guess. I don't know. I just don't really see the need for it.
Are you flying out of JFK
And
today?
I do have Clear. No, I'm flying out of LGA.
If you have Clear, you're in the clear.
Yeah, I'm flying out of LGA. And most of the time I'm on time. So it's like, okay, if I have to wait 15 minutes in a line, like, so be it. The airport sucks anyway.
No,
Where am I going? To sit at my gate?
I find it shocking that you wouldn't have a huge problem with the taking off of the shoes. Putting your bare feet on the floor.
Oh, it always is weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling.
And you're such a germy.
I know, but when I'm having a travel day, like I'm a big germ anyway. So what's the difference?
I agree.
Okay, first story, a little breakup news because Kaia Gerber and Pete Davidson have reportedly split, and she is focusing on her modeling.
I didn't really need like an official statement from their publicist because if this had just fizzled out like on one of the million girls that Pete Davidson dates, like it would have been fine. So this seems really formal to me.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. And at this point, it's like Pete Davidson really doesn't care what people think because I would feel like he would stay in these relationships longer just to prove something. But, you know, he like doesn't care if this is his rep.
And that's something a woman would do. Like men don't care. It's cool if you date a lot of models. Like you're then like a John Mayer, loved dating models, like George Clooney. Like didn't ruin their lives.
No, I don't think it's going to ruin anyone's lives. But then it's like the next relationship. And also like the girls, like at a certain point, what girl would want to date Pete Davidson if she knows she's just going to get her heart broken?
No, and I totally get a girl like Andy McDowell's daughter. What was her name? Margaret?
Rainey. No, that's the other sister, Margaret Qualley.
Yeah, I understand a girl like that dating Pete Davidson, but a girl like Kaia Gerber knowing she might just be like one in a million models, like she doesn't need, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then it all goes back.
But like a lesser known girl.
It all goes back to the BDE though. It's like even Kaia Gerber needs some BDE.
And maybe they just liked him. Like there must be, like he must have a great personality.
There is something about Pete.
Yeah,
there is.
There is.
And I think we've all established that like that Kate Beckinsale would join this club. Such a prominent woman.
She's so like everything.
Like she survived Pearl Harbor.
Totally for this.
To be with Pete Davidson at a hockey game.
Ariana Grande.
Of course. But she was like one of the first, so she didn't know about the pattern yet.
She was Christopher Columbus, discovering.
No.
Discover me, Ramon. Discover me. Cassie David.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
But he was still very unknown while dating Cassie David.
And Carly Aquilino.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Absolute justice for Carly Aquilino, comedian from Girl Code. She dated Pete Davidson first when he was an actual nobody. And then I think Cassie was right after that. I totally forgot that she was the pioneer.
This has been going on for a really long time. And I know we're just seeing it now because like the girls are starting to look more and more alike. But just like this chain of events of like girl after girl and like premium girl after premium girl has been going on for a while.
Cassie David seems to be the prototype in terms of looks because after her, everyone, except for Ariana, everyone looks the same. Carly Aquilino is a redhead. She's very you vibe, like pale skin. So maybe he's got a different taste and liked the Cassie Davids of the world best.
He knows what he likes now.
Yeah, they all look the same.
Who do you think he'll date next, given that we know his type?
Honestly, like Rooney Mara. Like, that's the vibe.
No, the craziest thing in the world is that Rooney Mara and Joaquin Phoenix are madly in love and perfect for each other.
They're perfect for each other. Like, I imagine the inside of their house is a dump. Like, they're just, like, so creative. Like, they can't bother to flush the toilet. Like,
I feel like they double date with Grimes and Elon Musk.
1000%. And in another world, like, Grimes and Joaquin Phoenix were, like, meant to be together. And Rooney Mara and Elon Musk were.
Totally.
At this point, they're just like interchangeable human beings. But I actually think it's really cute. And I think the weirdest thing is that Rooney Mara and Kate Mara are sisters.
Yes.
And I think they come from like a really wealthy family.
That like owns the Jets.
Right?
Yes. Okay. If we both think it, actually, then we probably told each other it and we're both going off the same false news.
But Kate Mara and Rooney Mara like have totally different careers. They look so different. Like I never would have pictured them being sisters.
No.
But I guess people could say that about us.
And then it's like the thing about Kate Mara is so crazy is that she was pushed in front of a train by Kevin Spacey and like justice for her because it never came to light.
You are Kate Mara and I am Rooney.
Totally. You're
Except I'm not nearly as skinny.
Artistic and creative.
And like dark and dirty. And you're just like beautiful and like you just met the love of your life at work.
Who is she with?
She's with that guy Jamie. He's like not even cute.
Is he the one who used to date Keira Knightley?
Maybe. He's like one of those British types. But last I heard they were still dating. But she's so like irrelevant that they could have broken up but I wouldn't have known. But they like met on a movie set that got nominated for a bunch of awards. So they did the award season together. And then they just like quietly like went to a chateau in England, I presume.
That's so cute. That's like Rami Malek, Lucy Boynton, who are just shaping up to be the
and
couple of the century.
Was the fakest couple ever. Like it was so convenient for like there was so much Oscar buzz around them. They had that weird like Bryan Singer thing, but like then this eclipsed that. And I totally thought it was like a Rob Pattinson, Kristen Stewart like arranged, but they kind of liked each other. And now I think maybe they just actually fell in love.
Okay, for the record, Rob Pattinson and Kristen Stewart were true love.
He said that. But there was definitely some coercion in getting them together, but it didn't matter because they were so in love. You can't act chemistry like that.
No, you can't. And what makes the Twilight series so incredible, despite the fact that you think it would just be like a cheesy vampire trilogy, is the fact that they are just like so caught up in each other.
The chemistry is so palpable. Like, you can feel it, you can see it. Like, no one, even Kristen Stewart, is that good of an actress. Like, she really felt that way about Rob. Like, she felt like intimidated by him and like he wanted to protect her. Like, honestly, like the vampire was kind of like this symbolism for fame, if you think about it, you know? Like, Rob had it and he wanted to keep Kristen, you know, safe.
Yes.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Very beautiful. Okay, you ready for our next story that's just made for you?
What?
A juror whose wife starred on Weinstein-produced Project Runway has been dismissed.
Wait.
You're never going to guess it. But a juror man whose wife was on Project Runway, which was produced by Harvey Weinstein, had to be dismissed from the case. The husband of TV personality Xana Roberts-Rossi was dismissed as a prospective juror.
Xana Roberts-Rossi? Oh, she was on as a host, like a judge.
I have no clue.
But, you know, her husband he should be dismissed for other reasons. He's a trillionaire.
Wow, someone just made the best comment I've ever seen.
About you?
No, someone should start a sock company called OTP.
One true pair. Oh my God, that's a really good idea.
One true pair of socks.
Very random. But Xana Roberts-Rossi husband, if I'm correct, is the founder of Milk Makeup. He's very wealthy.
Oh yes, he is. With his wife and partners, they founded Milk Makeup.
So I'm sure that he's a billionaire. I'm sure he's actually met Harvey Weinstein. Like that can't be the only reason.
He said, I know Harvey and his family and his wife and children. And then when the judge asked if he could be like a fair and impartial juror, he said, I don't think I can.
No, you can't know someone's kids and be an impartial juror.
No, definitely not. And also, like, if you're running a big company like that, I don't think you can get like caught up in a trial like this. Like, you have places to go.
I just don't understand how, like, you know, millions of trials happen every year and like no celebrities are finding themselves caught up in it. But now we have two major like stars.
Only in New York.
Only in New York and only around Harvey Weinstein. This seems like planned. It's so weird.
No, I guess it's just like those are the odds. Like, there are so many interesting people that live in New York.
Yeah.
If you're getting like 120 people on one day, the odds that two of them are people that we've heard of. And it's not like this guy is famous because he's not, and his wife is semi-famous. It's just like he is in the industry. And New York, you know, it's very much a big part of the media industry. So it's only makes sense that these people have crossed paths.
I mean, New York is kind of the epicenter for everything. I heard they filmed The Morning Toast there.
Oh, for sure.
I heard they actually just got this like sick new studio.
Yeah, very sick. Also, Gigi Hadid is going back to the courthouse today to continue the jury duty, you know, questionnaire.
Did you see how many paparazzi were waiting for outside?
No.
She only had one bodyguard and like it honestly wasn't enough. He does a great job. Like, he was really just being like, she just said, I can't comment on the trial. I can't comment on the trial. Like, people were just throwing questions. She said, I can't comment on the trial. I can't comment on the trial. And he was pushing people out of the way. Like, she literally couldn't even get to the car. It was so crazy.
That is so crazy. Also, Harvey Weinstein, I read, is trying to get the trial moved out of New York. I don't know, like, why he thinks that would help him.
And like why he thinks he's special now. Like,
yeah.
No.
Nothing's really going to help him.
No, and honestly, people in New York are fucking brutal. Like, it's if he can't get acquitted
a jury
here,
of his peers. Brutality.
Yeah, if he can't get acquitted here, he can't get acquitted anywhere.
Yeah.
I think this is great. I'm very much looking forward to justice being served.
Very much. And I'm very much looking forward to meeting these jurors. I doubt Gigi Hadid will be one of them, but you know what? Crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
In this world.
I don't want to ruin your day.
Like, Gigi Hadid dating Tyler C to me is crazier than her being on the
100%.
Jury selection for Harvey Weinstein.
I don't want to ruin your day, but I think you got some spray tan on your Rothies.
No.
You
no. Say it ain't so. I don't see it. Where?
Like, literally right there.
I don't see it. Stop.
Okay, sorry.
Stop harshing my mellow.
I'm sorry. There's no stain there. There's nothing of the
Gigi
sort.
was just dismissed, so I guess
breaking news.
Crazy things aren't happening today.
It wouldn't be okay.
It wouldn't be fair.
It wouldn't be fair. And not that I think he like deserves a fair trial, but everyone does.
And like you said yesterday, you made an excellent point that he could start claiming mistrial.
Right. Like, I know Gigi. She's not impartial.
Yeah.
She starred in one of my movies, like something like that, you know?
Yeah, I didn't give her the part, so
right.
You know, he could just start making shit up.
So I think it's better. I think she should have recused herself, but I understand why she didn't.
But she probably did think that she could be fair and impartial, but it's just like, it's too close to home.
I just know myself. Like, I'm the worst possible candidate for jury duty. Like, I could never be impartial. Like, if you're on trial, like, you did it, you know? Like, if you made your way, like, into this courtroom, like, there's something wrong with you. If it wasn't this, it was something else.
You should read the book, which you'll never do, and you'll never watch the black and white movie, but 12 Angry Men.
No, but I saw 12 Angry Men inside Amy Schumer.
Have you ever heard of the book?
Of course. That's how I know how many people are on a jury.
Okay, but like, do you know what happens?
I'm assuming someone's falsely accused.
No.
What?
It's like they are 12 angry men. They're sitting on the jury, and they all completely believe that
The man did it.
The man did it. And they were like about to turn in the verdict. I might be like totally botching the story or thinking of something else. But then one juror is like, let's just like think about how the story has holes in it and like maybe figure out if he didn't do it. And like they totally figured out that it wasn't him when they were about to just turn in a guilty verdict.
That was just a joke, like a little bit. Maybe I'll turn it into like a comedy sketch. Obviously, I know that like if you're in court, you didn't do it. I'm just saying I was making a joke. Don't come for me, please.
Okay, it's okay.
It's obviously a joke. Like
honestly, it's early. I think people are too tired to come for you.
I don't think anyone's watching. But if you are, today's episode is also brought to you by Remrise, but you might not be watching because you bought Remrise the last time we spoke about it and you're still peacefully asleep. Some people have trouble falling asleep, some people have trouble staying asleep, and some people have trouble with both. I definitely am one of the people who have trouble falling asleep. Once I'm out like a light. In the words of Drake. But falling asleep is super hard for me. On average, people are getting less quality of sleep more than ever. Tackling sleep issues shouldn't feel impossible, but existing sleep aids aren't effective and they make you groggy in the morning. Very true. I've tried it all. That's why there's Remrise. It's a personalized sleep solution that uses natural plant-based formulas to help calm the mind, relax the body, and get your circadian rhythm back on track for a better, more restorative sleep. It's drug-free with no groggy side effects in the morning. All you have to do is go to getremrise.com/toast and take their free sleep quiz. We took the quiz. It actually makes you feel really seen and asks you questions you might not think about when it comes to sleep. They have a digital app that you can use to track your sleep progress, and they even have guided meditation to help you get in the right mindset. Do what we did. Check out Remrise today. Go to getremrise.com/toast, take their sleep quiz, and when you sign up, you'll get your first week of Remrise free. Just pay for the shipping, but you have to use our link, remrise.com/toast. You won't find an offer like this anywhere else. Get your first week of, Remrise for free when you sign up at getremrise.com/toast. Again, that offer is getremrise.com/toast for your first week of Remrise free.
Sign on, sleep well. Really so important. Sleep is just like the most beautiful thing in the world to me, like the most precious gift bestowed on us from God.
I couldn't agree more.
And you must do everything to procure its sanctity.
I agree.
And Remrise is one of those things that just is a game changer.
I'm on like a really good sleep week where I have now slept for every day this week 9 hours.
Oh wow, I'm on a really good sleep week where I woke up each morning. I had to wake up earlier than usual every day.
Me too.
And I didn't wake up feeling like a beast, which is really weird. And you know what? I think it's because I've been reading more and I've just been sleeping better because I think the TV is like fucking up my life.
Did you watch Real Housewives of New Jersey?
No, because you know what? I like got home. I was like, I have to pack and watch Real Housewives of New Jersey. I packed. It was 12 o'clock and I just went right to sleep.
Okay.
I didn't realize I forgot until the morning. That's never happened to me.
Good for you for putting sleep first. I'm not angry. And we won't recap it then, but let me just tell you something that happened.
Cool.
So they all went to Jackie's house in the Hamptons. I didn't know Jackie had a house in West Hampton. And they're all talking. Remember how like a couple weeks ago, Jackie tweeted like, there's a rumor that I'm the richest housewife. And like literally nobody said that, girl. And she was like, it's definitely not true. And it's like, don't worry, we never thought that. But she has a house in West Hampton Beach. And it's super nice. It's not the house of the richest housewife ever, but it's super nice. And Jennifer, she was sitting with Bill, her husband, who like, I just love their scenes together. And
well, the husbands go to the Hamptons too?
No, they were packing.
Oh.
And she texted Jackie and was like, can I have the address? And because they were like taking a car the next day. And she Googled the house, like pictures, how much they rent for, how much she bought it for, comps in the area, which is like so something I would do. So like, I just loved her. And also it was really like a Jennifer episode. It was super boring, but they had a very open conversation about her mom, about the brother. And the mother got all choked up and the mom was just like, I'm just so old fashioned. Like she wasn't being like hateful. She was just like really having a hard time understanding. She was like, all I want is for him to be happy. And I felt like we took a big step in the right direction. And I'm really proud of Jennifer.
I'm excited to watch
for putting that on blast because like making your family uncomfortable on TV, like she definitely got yelled at afterwards, but I think it was for a good cause.
Mm-hmm. So what's the deal with the house?
It was super nice. It's a beach house. It's on the beach in West Hampton. So like definitely millions. It's nice. It's really nice.
Is it her house with her husband or?
So then next week we had a preview because also she said something really weird in this episode when they had that Mother's Day brunch. They were just talking about like what they were all like as kids. And Jackie was like, my mom did the funniest thing. Like I was dating someone before Evan and like I knew he really wanted to marry me, but I was not into it. And he bought a ring and my mom bought the ring off of him and said, when you guys are ready to get engaged, buy it back for me. So like it's kept safe. They were like, how much was it? And she was like, 15 grand. So then that's when Jennifer was like all high, like her antennas went up about Jackie's finances. And then I think next week they have a conversation about it because Jackie says she comes from family money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I look forward to that playing out.
Yeah, it was an interesting conversation.
And I'm going to watch it, but I downloaded 2 books for the plane, Gary Janetti's book. I'm so excited because my friend Britt from Book Club last night said it was the funniest book she ever read.
I have a copy if you want it.
Well, now I have my Kindle, and it's a life-changing device.
It is.
And I think it's also a life-saving device. Like, it should be a medical equipment.
For sure.
Because, like, I'm sleeping better, I'm living better, I'm more educated. Like,
more educated than ever.
More educated than ever. Okay, next story, as requested by you, but I also chose it because I'm obsessed. Demi Lovato will sing the national anthem at the 2020 Super Bowl in Miami. Yes.
Who sang it last year? Pink?
No, that was the year before. Who sang it last year? We weren't there, so we wouldn't really know.
Yeah, I mean, usually they'll...
Where was the Super Bowl last year? Oh, Atlanta.
Yeah. Usually they'll tap someone as like a test for halftime show. Like Lady Gaga did it, I think twice, and then got halftime show. I don't think that this...
You're not getting arrested.
I don't think this means anything for Demi Lovato as it pertains to her potentially being the halftime show because she's not nearly at the level that she would need to be at to be a halftime performer.
No, but we're getting a new album from her this year, but she's still super young. Like, I don't think she's going to do it before. I mean, we know Taylor Swift probably won't ever get to do it.
By the way, it's not a youth thing. It's just a catalog and like prestige thing. Like Demi Lovato is not even close.
No, but because she doesn't have the catalog yet because she's very young.
No, but there are people her age, like Ariana Grande could do it. Taylor Swift could do it.
Taylor Swift could do it. Taylor Swift's older than her. But I'm saying she could do it at some point.
Yeah. I'm just feeling salty. I mean, actually, I think she has a great voice. But to me, it's just like she's been irrelevant for so long.
She's the perfect person to sing the national anthem.
I guess. I think I'm the perfect person.
I'm so excited to hear her rendition. Like, when it comes to the national anthem, I don't care about the albums that you've put out. I don't care about your singles. I care about your voice. And Demi Lovato is the voice.
Right, because if it was about, like, albums, like, we could get Selena Gomez to do it, and Homegirl can't even sing.
By the way, second album. So no, we couldn't.
No, but she's super relevant. Like, that's what I mean. Like, she has an album out right now. She's, like, promoting something.
I want to hear Sia sing the national anthem.
Totally.
We could get a Sia halftime show. I would love that. And a Kelly Clarkson show. Please.
A Kelly Clarkson show. I mean, J-Lo is a great select. She's a true performer.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
When we went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, there was a huge DirecTV party held at a stadium. And in this huge box in the stadium was like this VIP party. But at the stadium was a J-Lo concert. And it was literally a J-Lo halftime show. Like,
yeah,
it was
everyone was in town for J-Lo.
Yeah, it was just as big of a deal as the Super Bowl. And I think that was probably like a test run for her to do the Super Bowl because she was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I know her vocals are fine, but it's really like the performance of it all. It's like the dancing, the singing, the moving.
She's a triple threat.
The outfits, like
the acting.
Yeah, she really is a triple threat. So I'm not looking for like the most amazing vocals for her, but that's not really what you're looking for in a halftime performer.
No, I'm looking to be razzle dazzled. Wow.
Yeah, razzle dazzle me. And I'm so glad that they are out of the trend of doing like multiple people. Like when it was Bruno Mars,
no, they're doing J-Lo and Shakira.
Oh yeah,
so they're not out of the trend.
Okay.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Pitbull
Shakira
joining them, or is that just a dream of mine?
I think that was a dream of a lot of people. I think maybe he is. I haven't seen Shakira perform in a minute, so I totally forgot like even what she looks like. So that'll be interesting.
Gladys Knight sang last year, and she did a great job.
Yeah, that's why I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm so excited. Super Bowl is just sneaking up on us, you guys.
I know.
Sneaky.
Are we going?
I don't know, maybe.
I
guess we could just go. Like, no one has to invite us.
It'll be a game time decision. Yeah, no, and I don't even want to go to the game. I just want to go to the parties.
No, but if we're in town, I want to go to the game. We had the best day of our lives at the Super Bowl, and I was so hungover.
Yeah. That was fun. It was good times.
It was great times. It's cool to be like, I mean, the traffic's annoying, but it's cool to be like in a big cultural moment like that.
Yeah, I think we only look back on the Super Bowl as being so much fun because it was actually 2 weeks before we got canceled. So it was like the last great thing we did.
Yes, totally. And we were at the peak of our lives at that point.
Right, and the live show we did on the red carpet of the Wheels Up party was one of the funniest things ever.
Some of the funniest shit we've ever done in our lives.
Yeah, we need to start doing more random like red carpet pop-ups.
Yeah, that was hardly a red carpet. It was just like a
slab of concrete.
It was
a plain hanger.
A hanger party.
Yeah. But there were some cool peeps there who didn't talk to us, but Josh Almond made us take a picture of him, never forget.
There were some cool peeps there who walked by us.
Yeah, it was cool to be near them. Oh, J-Lo and A-Rod walked right behind us.
Oh, yes. Very exciting interview we got with their backs.
Yeah. Prestigious.
Okay, next story. Peacock, NBC's new streaming service, is debuting soon. It won't have Baby Yoda, but it will have ads. Interessant. Apple showed up to the streaming wars with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. Disney arrived with Baby Yoda and the Avengers. HBO Max is bringing Friends, and now it's Comcast's turn. And the cable and TV giant thinks it can get a leg up on its rivals by offering something very different. Free video plus ads. Okay, so you don't have to pay for it, but you get ads. I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that too.
Yeah.
That rocks.
That's better for me because like the subscription is a commitment. Like I subscribe to Apple Plus. I have a few more episodes of Morning Show left, but I can't cancel my subscription until I finish the episodes, but I'm not ready.
Yeah, no, I think this is brilliant. It's kind of how Hulu has like different options, premium, commercial free, you can watch with commercials. I think that's like kind of genius.
Yeah, it's not exactly how Comcast NBC Universal Group is going to position its new Peacock service, which will unveil Thursday and roll out in April. Like rival services, Peacock will boast a mix of old TV movies and TV shows, including The Office, and some new stuff, including a Battlestar Galactica reboot. It may also offer bells and whistles like sneak peeks of Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show, a new NBC News service, and a big dose of the 2020 Olympics.
Oh, right. They totally are going to like win so many customers just because like you could stream the Olympics on your phone or something.
No, and also because of The Office, like it's like Friends.
Friends for HBO Max, yeah.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the streaming like landscape,
The streaming wars.
I now am on Disney Plus, but only that's because Olivia like got us a free year with Verizon or something, like she set it up. So I have it, but I don't think I would ever pay out of pocket for it. I will be paying out of pocket for HBO Max, and I think I will become one of those ad subscribers for Peacock.
Yeah.
That way I can have like now like 5 streaming services.
As a cord cutter, I feel as though I really participate in all of these. These were all made for me because I don't pay for cable. I can pay for like, even if you add up all the cost of all streaming, Netflix, Hulu, Apple Plus, etc., it's still less than paying for cable.
You are like the quintessential millennial. Who like this streaming war is
Good
about.
morning.
Your antennas are like retrieving information. You're like the typical person who all these different streaming like articles should be about. So I would just love to hear what you think about it, you know?
I feel really good about it. Like we've said, competition is great for the consumer. And in this instance, it's like we're just getting premium content on top of premium content. Yet, I can't find anything to watch, and all I'm
Nothing.
doing is reading.
No, I can't find anything to watch. And then once I do, I like savor it so hard. Like I have saved the last 5 episodes I have of Maisel for the plane. I want to rewatch Cheer. Like, and every time I finish something really good, I'm like in a lull until I find the next thing. And I have been in a major lull since I finished Desperate Housewives over a year ago.
Wow. Speaking of Cheer, though, Jerry is on Cameo, and I just like want to support everything that he's doing. I got a Cameo for the Steens. He's working on his Matt Talk on Cameo, and it's just premium, and I just like want the best for him.
We're trying to support him in so many ways, like financially. Jackie and I both donated $150 to his GoFundMe. Then we just gave him $50 on Cameo.
But like, it's so great. Cameo was made for him,
Totally.
and he's still cheering, so I just wanted to contribute to his cheering expenses.
Yeah, it's expensive to be a cheerleader. That's what I learned from Cheer on Netflix.
Very true. Are you still in a lull? And is there something that you want to share about that?
I am still in a lull, but you know what's really helping me? Talkspace. Ever feel like New Year's just reminds you of everything you didn't do the year before? We all have habits we want to kick in 2020, but you don't have to set unrealistic goals to make a positive change. Without support, goals can feel impossible. No wonder why only 8% of Americans stick with New Year's resolutions. There's no one-size-fits-all way to meet your goals. Want a sustainable way to make lasting change? Try Talkspace, the most convenient and affordable way to get the support of a licensed therapist. Match with one of over 5,000 therapists based on your preferences from the privacy of your own device. Start messaging with your therapist the very same day via text, audio, picture, or video. Your therapist will provide ongoing guidance and support so you can see concrete change at your own pace. It feels like a personal trainer for your life, and you never need to go to an office or schedule an appointment. So I don't know if I ever told you this. Remember when me and Margo were talking about how we like low-key wanted to start therapy? Mm-hmm. So I asked for a recommendation, and like it's actually really hard to like find a therapist that you're comfortable with. Like, do you want a man or a woman? And I went to like one session, and it was nice, but I just like couldn't find myself like getting up every day and like physically going and like paying for it. It seemed like
excessive.
It was a good idea, but just like good idea, poor execution. But then when when Talkspace started sponsoring the Toast, I thought it was a great way to like a great middle ground for me, and I've actually really enjoyed it. You get real lasting change, and it's all about small, sustainable shifts over time. Their online therapy makes getting the accountability of a licensed therapist easy and, most importantly, more affordable. They match you with one of over 5,000 licensed therapists, and you can start messaging with your therapist on day one. Reach them anywhere, anytime, all from the privacy of your own phone or computer. You'll have a dedicated support system you need to achieve your goals one step at a time. It's the perfect way to find a licensed therapist and start 2020 off right with Talkspace. It's the support you need to help achieve your goals at a price you can afford. And you can get $100 off your first month when you use the code TOAST when you sign up. Don't wait for another year to go by. No matter what 2019 was like, set yourself up for success in 2020. Match with the perfect therapist today at Talkspace.com or download the mobile app. And don't forget to use code TOAST for $100 off your first month. That's Talkspace.com, promo code TOAST. Check it out.
Sign on. Get a space for your head to talk. Also, just about Comcast, they will also offer tiers for Peacock, so you can pay for it to not have ads.
Right.
But this is just something that they're doing to differentiate themselves from the rest, and I'm here for it.
I hope they do like really fun. You know how like Bravo's always doing commercials like with Bravo celebrities for like random movies? I hope they do like streaming service commercials like with Brittany and Jax, you know?
Oh, for sure.
Like funny like of them like watching something.
With Kenneth the Page.
Yes. Oh my God, I really hope they lean into 30 Rock culture.
No, because
is 30 Rock going to be on Peacock? Because then I have to pay for the whole thing.
For sure it will be, but I need Kenneth the Page to describe like what's so great about Peacock and working for NBC and why I should be on Peacock and not the other streaming services.
And the history of TV and how it's important.
I fucking love Kenneth the Page.
30 Rock is one of the best shows. I haven't rewatched it in a while. I think maybe it is time.
It is time also for the best story I've ever clicked on in my life, and I know it's going to be so huge for you. Spotify has launched a playlist for dogs left home alone.
Oh my God.
Spotify has made playlists and a podcast for dogs to listen to in their owner's absence after finding that nearly 74% of UK pet owners play music for their animals. The Swedish audio streaming business company said it launched a podcast featuring soothing music, dog-directed praise, stories, and messages of affirmation and reassurance narrated by actors to alleviate stress for dogs who are home alone.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, playlists aimed at pets offer tracks selected by algorithms to match pets' characteristics, such as energetic or slow. Spotify said it found in a survey that 1 in 4 pet owners play music for their pets to listen to for company when they are away from home, with 42% of owners saying their pets have a favorite type of music.
Theo loves Friends.
Wow.
This is genius. I mean, there's so much guilt when you're a dog mom, like just closing the door and like you close, and you just see their little face peeking out. Like it's so depressing and you just want to do everything you can for them. And at some point, like you're only able to do so much for your dog until you have to go to work, like, you know, and that's just unavoidable. And a lot of offices are becoming dog friendly, which I think is amazing. But for the majority of Americans, that is not the case. So I think that this is brilliant.
Brilliant. I love the playlist for dogs. Every time I'm babysitting my nephew Sneechess, I always look for content like on YouTube, like music for dogs, TV for dogs, dog TV, and he's never into it. So I'm really excited for like Spotify to use their scientists, which like have worked their sciences on me, like and getting me to find music that they know that I'll love. Like I know that they'll tap into the dog mind and that this is just going to change Theo's life. And also a podcast for dogs, brilliant.
The morning
bark.
I mean, there's no like I'm assuming that these playlists and songs aren't meant to like make them, you know, excited. They're meant to just make them feel like they're less alone. Because I think like a dog's biggest fear is being alone.
No, and that's what podcasts are meant to do. Like we are here to make you feel less alone in this world and just to help you get through the day until your owner comes home.
Yes, your husband or whatever. Like, not that your husband's your owner. That was also a joke.
No, until your boss calls you into a meeting.
Totally. That is so like genius. Spotify is like really just like surpassing every other music streaming platform.
It's been surpassing like since the day it stepped onto the scene.
Since inception.
It's incredible. It's like I was listening to Spotify on my TV. It just like it really knows me better than I know myself.
And then like making everyone feel left out who doesn't have Spotify with their end of year data. Like that's just brilliant.
Brilliant. And like, yes, take my data, use it, sell it to advertisers, do what you have to do, but also give it back to me and teach me about myself and let me know what I've been up to this year and what my favorite songs were. Thank you very much.
So did you download any TV shows for the plane?
I did, but I also downloaded 2 books. Rebecca said her favorite book ever is called I Am Pilgrim. So I was like, I want to know what someone else's favorite book ever is.
That sounds boring as fuck.
I know, but it's
not about favorite book.
It's
ever?
not about a pilgrim.
Oh, okay.
My favorite book ever, I don't know, but my favorite book of like the last 12 that I've read, I just read What Alice Forgot, and overall I liked it because I liked the premise of it. But I just love Sophie Kinsella, like Can You Keep a Secret and I Owe You One. And the Shopaholic series are my favorite series of all time.
Yeah. I tried to be a reader, but it turns out I'm nothing of the sort.
It's okay. It's not for everyone, you know?
Jackie and I have like really come to I mean, have you heard that New York?
Yes, I have. But something that we do, I mean, you watch a show every day, you know that we do it. It's like we say one thing and then like that's like when we were saying it's pretty cool. Yeah. And then all last week I was saying I love that for you. Like who?
Also get the fuck out of my face, though.
Right. And then now just I've been feeling like I've been talking about people and then I'm like, she thinks she's something, but she is nothing of the sort. She is nothing like that.
So if you've ever seen Tiffany New York Pollard was on Big Brother UK and she got to an enormous fight with this girl Gemma. And then I think Gemma left and they asked her like how she felt about Gemma, and it was quite possibly the meanest fucking like rant you could ever say about someone, basically saying that somebody lied to this girl Gemma and told her she was like beautiful and hot and sexy, and it turns out that she's nothing of the sort, and she's nothing like she thinks she is, and she has a pair of shoes that she said are made for beautiful women, and if that's the case, that she should return those shoes and put them back on the shelf because Gemma is nothing of the sort. And it's just the shadiest, and it's one of the most iconic moments in reality television, and I'm really integrating it into my vernacular.
Yes, so am I. Oh, and she thinks that she possesses a vernacular
that she does not possess.
It's just so funny, and so now we're just using bits and pieces all the time, and she is nothing of the sort.
So nothing of the sort. I know you didn't watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, so I'm going to give you a little quick recap for the people that did watch it. Brought to you, of course, by Robinhood. The 2020 is the perfect time to start thinking about 2040. With Robinhood, you can invest in the markets and earn interest with a competitive APY on uninvested cash. They make it easy to get started and learn as you grow with an intuitive app experience and no commission on fees and trades. I just want to say, I have been on Robinhood since, actually before they started sponsoring the toast, because you know who told me about it? TPG. We were out to dinner and he told me I was asking him, I'm like, you're so rich, like how are you so rich? And he was like, well, I invest a lot. And I'm like, isn't that super intimidating? And he just literally pulled out his phone and showed me his app, and it was like, I got kind of jealous, and then I got on, and then they started sponsoring the show, which was even great.
You signed on and you invested amazing.
Amazing. Stock prices don't have to hold you back. You can buy a piece of a company you love for as low as $1, build your portfolio a little bit at a time, buy one share, buy half a share, 3 1/4 shares. It's up to you, your budget, and your goals. Your first stock is on the house when you set up your account. So go to toast.robinhood.com to learn more and claim your free stock. I started just like buying stocks of companies that like I use, and then I felt like I'm supporting myself. You know, it's weird. But I think the toasters,
you're investing in your interests.
Yeah, you can buy as low as $1. So go to toast.robinhood.com to learn more, claim your free stock. It's a great app. You know, got to start thinking about the future. Got to start thinking about retirement.
You do. So
toast.robinhood.com. Listeners can get started with a free stock, but only by going to toast.robinhood.com. Check it out. Thank you, Robinhood, for sponsoring this recap of Real Housewives in New Jersey.
And then, like, you can read some biz news. Wow, the storm clouds are coming in. It's about to probably get crazy
I hope your
out
flight
here.
isn't delayed.
Oh my God, I pray, because it's connecting. Like, then I'm fucked.
Have you ever missed a connecting flight, like the second flight?
Yes, I did.
Torture.
Very sad. It was my fault, though. So
you took a shower in the JFK lounge?
I took a shower. It was really a crazy time. I took a shower in the JFK airport. I was going back to Colgate. I was coming from Las Vegas, and I was going straight off the plane to my formal. So I was like, I'll shower at the Sky Lounge and then do my makeup on the plane, hop off the plane at SYR, and head, to the...
Straight to formal.
What was it called? The Rusty Rail. If you're from upstate New York, like, shout out. Anyways, I took a shower. It was before I learned that the plane stops boarding 10 minutes before the flight. So I figured I would get there just at the time that the flight's departing.
Brave.
And I missed my flight, like had a mental breakdown, missed formal. But I was in New York, so I just went home for the night. And then it was the right thing. Like, God works in mysterious ways. And I didn't need to go to formal that night. And I did need a night at home.
Okay, Real Housewives of New Jersey. Nothing really happened except Margaret had a beautiful brunch in that property that she's selling. She put like an outdoor brunch together. It was really beautiful. Like, I was surprised for someone who keeps talking about like how she needs to sell the house to Rennie. She put together a real swanky soiree with drag queens, and it was so much fun. And everyone brought their moms. It was actually a really sweet idea to celebrate Mother's Day. But she didn't invite Teresa, obviously, because they're not talking. She didn't talk to her at the fashion show, and she met her.
Because Teresa chose her side and made her bed. Now go sleep in it.
Teresa was being insane, being so angry that she wasn't invited. And then, but of course, she has an excuse for everything. Like how you can't say anything to her because her husband's in jail. It was really rude of Margaret not to invite her because Teresa lost her mother. And you know how hard this day is for her. And don't get me wrong, it's definitely hard.
You know what else was a hard day? Like when your ponytail was yanked and you got whiplash.
Yeah, no, it was just like excuse. Like, I know me and Margaret aren't on good terms, but she shouldn't have invited me because of this. Like, she was so mean. Then they all get together at Jackie's house. Literally, Teresa walks in the door. First thing she says, "Thank you, Jackie, so much for inviting me. Margaret, why didn't you invite me?"
Because you took Danielle's side.
No, it's just...
it's very crystal clear. What did Margaret say?
The episode pretty much like ended there. And she was like, "Oh, we're starting already?" And everyone was like, "Oh," like it didn't really turn into anything. But it's obviously going to be a point of contention the entire weekend in the Hamptons. But... the entitlement, like, why do you think you should be invited? You're fighting. Like, it was so unfair.
No, and you're not even in an active fight. Like, you chose your side. Like, personally, as like me taking over Margaret's body, like, I'm done with Teresa. Like, you don't come to my house. You don't come to my parties.
No, and it was like an intimate affair. Everyone was like with their moms, talking about their relationship with their moms. It was actually like a really sweet brunch. And I actually think it would have made Teresa feel worse on Mother's Day to see all of her friends there with their moms.
But that's not a reason not to invite her,
of course
and that's not the reason.
No, but she had to spend the day with her kids. Like, it was, you know what, it worked out perfectly, in my opinion. Teresa was there with her kids. They threw a lovely brunch for her. They wrote her a card, made her cry. Beautiful. And everyone else got to be with their moms at Margaret's, and they had a great time.
And a friend of theirs, and Teresa's not a friend of Margaret's, as we saw in last week's episode.
There was no reason why she should have been invited.
It's just so clear to me.
Jackie invited everyone to the Hamptons, including Dolores and Teresa, and they seemed to be getting along. Obviously, they split up to go in the car, and it was Jackie, Margaret, Melissa, Teresa, Jennifer, Dolores, and then in the car, Jennifer was telling everyone what she found on Google, which was that she rents out the house for $50,000 a month in the summer. But that's the going rate for a beach house in the summer.
That is.
But they couldn't get over it. They were like,
oh,
what?
It's on the beach?
Yes. And I actually think on the road, it's between the bay and the beach, so you get both. That's what I saw from the drive.
Oh, wow. That's premium real estate.
Nothing else really happened. Like more boring stuff with what's her name? Dolores and Michael. She went to visit him at the hospital, like saying that her mom won't let her move into the house unless she's engaged. Like, it's just so silly. He's just like...
That is so silly.
That's like for a teenager, you know?
Yeah.
But I just think that whole storyline is incredibly boring, and I don't need Dolores to get married. I think she's like happy in her life.
No, and like stop trying to like make it so that like the more serious Dolores and Michael get, like the more Frank needs to like step aside,
away.
And I don't want that.
They have a perfect thing going on.
And Frank being like Dolores's Real Housewives husband, like he goes with the guys, like he's gonna go to the Jersey Shore, right? He has to.
He's also probably gonna be at the reunion, like
he goes to the parties, like he's her like work
Michael
husband.
Can't come.
He's her work husband, and Michael's her home husband, and like I love that. I don't want to see Michael at Jennifer's birthday.
No, but what Dolores was saying, she's like, I never give him grief for not coming and stuff. Like I totally get that he respects his work, and I respect that completely. But he definitely takes advantage of my kindness because now he's missing stuff because he wants to go to sniper school. Like, that's not work.
Yeah.
So she's like, he takes advantage, and I would love for him to come to stuff. But actually, if he comes, does that mean Frank can't come?
No, but they all get along. But it doesn't make sense why Frank would come anymore. Like, this isn't a show about, this isn't Vanderpump Rules. Like,
no, and I think secretly, not that Frank is in love with Dolores, but I think he wants them to stay at in this like purgatory period so he can still go on TV.
And we need him on TV.
Like, he just was at that boys' poker night when technically it should have been Michael.
Right.
And I love the boys. Like, I love Bill Aiden so much. Like, any scene we get with him is just so
Bill
premium.
and the boys.
And he was like, oh, you used to go to the Hamptons all the time when you were young and beautiful, and you still are. That's what he said. He, like, almost said something offensive, and he's like, and you're still young and beautiful.
No, like, the Bill Aiden just textbook of how you should change your behavior from seeing yourself on TV should be shown to so many people.
And I was reading a whole thread about how this is why Housewives deserve 2 seasons minimum, because some people didn't really like Jennifer last season. I loved her, and I don't think there's anyone who doesn't love her now.
No, I agree.
She's an LGBTQ icon. She's a great mom. She's a funny friend. She's hilarious. She gets wasted, I think, next week and gets in Melissa's face. Like, she has it all.
She has it all.
And maybe if we didn't give her 2 seasons, like, we wouldn't have seen now this, like, more intimate side of her talking about her family. Like, I think it's...
Okay, but if that applies, then we would have had to have 2 seasons of Peggy Sulhanian.
Okay, you know what? Like, I could see how maybe she might have been misunderstood. I don't think she was, but I could see it.
Okay. Who else was a 1-season wonder?
Joyce Gerard was not, right? She was 2.
I don't know. Like Eden Sassoon,
she was
just
awful.
Came in at a tough time.
But you know what? If you're, this is going to sound so terrible, but this is the type of show. Like, if you're very wealthy and have a nice house, like, you deserve 2 seasons. You know what I mean? But like, Eden Sassoon had a small house. I don't need to see 2 seasons of a small house. It's a detainable show. That's why Leanne Locken like never really made sense on The Real Housewives of Dallas, because she's like arguably the most controversial and like also the poorest.
Yeah, but she brings the most drama and says like the craziest things.
And is the villain.
Yeah, and when everyone else is like acting normal and rational, like it doesn't really create like a hotbed of drama.
Well, that's what we'll see in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because it seems like they're all best friends.
Okay, but then there's a affair between Denise and Brandy.
Like that. Oh, and by the way, they're all in New York now, and Denise was not there. I didn't realize.
Yeah,
they all went to see Erica Starr.
The
Broadway.
Posts, like the friendship between Dorit and Erica is just like, I feel like these are my friends, and like they're finally getting along.
No, I know.
And now like I need that for Stephanie and Cameron. I can't even like talk about it. It really like upsets me. Sometimes they'll both comment on my photo, and I feel like I'm in the middle of it.
Oh my God, yes, by the way, I actually just was looking at your Instagram comments because I was like, damn, she has so many verified people looking at her comments, and it was Stephanie and Cameron.
Maybe I'm the one who can bring them together.
Maybe we should have them on the show, like a full Judge Judy moment.
I know, because I really
Judge
feel
Jackie.
like they're just like not hearing each other, because now it's gotten to a point with like the country club and now they're saying stuff they can't take back.
It's too far.
It's getting a little too messy.
But the crux of this whole fight is a misunderstanding on Cameron's behalf, and she refused to acknowledge that at the reunion. And I think why you struggle so much in this situation is because you like them both, but I think you secretly like want to be Cameron, and you can't relate to her because she's kind of wrong.
But I also want to be Stephanie. Like, I want to be both of them equally.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to be Stephanie. Like, I love her so much, and her house is so sick, and her husband is so cute.
So freaking cute. Everything. And like her friendship with Brandy, but I just...
Oh, Should we talk about something? You know, someone dug up on Twitter old tweets of Max from the new Vanderpump Rules cast, and they're bad. Like, it's the N-word 1,000 times, like multiple tweets.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So just thought everyone should know about that.
It's like, that's so shocking, but then it's also like, that's not shocking. Like,
no, but it's like, it's shocking because it's like you just see this person, like, you wouldn't think, like, in his spare time he tweets the N-word.
No. When are the tweets from?
When he was 19.
But what
I don't know
year?
how old, I don't know.
Not that it matters, but
No.
it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Another day.
Someone was digging that up on Twitter. It's like, if you haven't learned at this point, you're getting a little bit of fame, just delete your Twitter, bro. Like, let me be a lesson for everyone. Delete your tweets, okay?
Just delete the whole thing.
No, you don't even need one.
I guess I go on the app from the Morning Toast though sometimes, so I can't say I don't use it at all.
I like to be on Twitter just to like see what hateful people are saying, just to like see both sides of every story, you know?
Yeah, and I do like to see if I'm watching a show, just what the people are saying, but I feel like the people just watch it and go to sleep, and then some people are just trying to go viral on Twitter saying crazy stuff.
You know, the people watch and go to sleep. You said it, okay? Thank you guys so much for listening to The Morning Toast. This was our last episode of the week. If you're looking for more content, we will have a Patreon episode coming out tomorrow, Friday.
Oh yes, tomorrow we have a general Q&A that we just recorded, and it's really, the questions were really good. We talk a lot about the Toast as a business, the new studio, just like family, etc.
And then there also won't be an episode on Monday because it's Martin Luther King Day, and we have a Patreon episode then of Toast Radio. Lots of new music for you to start 2020, whether you're looking to be inspired emotionally or physically.
The theme is Motivational Monday, which we each like took in our own direction, as you'll see.
Yeah.
And it's just like songs that get you motivated, whether it is to like do what you have to do to work out. Like we just want to be here. Like we're not super motivational, I don't think, but
No.
we channeled our inner Tony Robbins for this episode. And
Except we're not going to assault you.
And it's an episode that I look forward to listening to when I'm feeling just like down and grouchy.
So that's patreon.com/The
word?
Morning Toast. We've had so many new patrons. Thank you guys for joining. Patreon.com/The Morning Toast. Since there won't be an episode Friday and Monday of the regular Toast, there will be new episodes coming out on Patreon. Check it out. Thank you so much for listening to The Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to us, youtube.com/The Morning Toast.
And Cam Toast tickets go on sale on Tuesday. We'll talk all about Cam Toast on the show on Tuesday. We'll do some Q&A so that if you have any questions before you buy your ticket, we can hopefully answer them for you.
We're also available as a podcast pretty much anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the apps. So wherever you choose to listen to podcasts, find us, The Morning Toast. Subscribe, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and smart we are. We love you guys so much. Have an amazing weekend. Enjoy your Martin Luther King Day off. Thank you, MLK, for the great work you did.
Thank you.